Assalamu alaikum, welcome to the prediction video. In this video, I am going to talk about the prediction that I have for 19th January test. There are many people who will be appearing for this test, so I thought why not making this video. I will start with the reading, and one by one I will talk about each section and I'll tell what are the question type that you should focus for your 19th January test. If we talk about reading is obviously definitely going to be rather difficult because it has 3 long passages and there are 40 question type that you need to solve. So be mindful of that and you should focus on the time management a lot, because most of the time the questions aren't that difficult, but the time management is what really people struggle with. So you need to focus on your time management. However, if I talk about the question type that you must focus, so first thing that you do and you must do is true, false, and not given. This is a very common question type and you will see that a lot in the test for the 19th January, and you should focus on this. Another question type that you must do is the list of headings. Now I know list of headings gets really difficult, but in one of the 3 passages you will see a list of heading question types. It's relatively common and it is also very difficult. So you should read about its strategy and how you can effectively solve a list of heading question type. Let's talk about listening. Listening will be easy and it will seem easy, but there are a few question types that you must do when you are preparing for your listening test. The number one is multiple choice question. Now, why I say multiple choice question? Because it's a bit tricky. In multiple choice question, the distractors are too many. And whenever you will face a multiple choice question in listening, you will see that the speaker will talk about all the options that are given there, and you need to select one of the most precise option, obviously. Another thing that you must look for in your listening preparation is maps. So in listening, the maps are not very common. However, for this 19th January test, you should go through the maps and how you can do it, what are the effective way to do it. Doing map in listening is not very difficult. The directions are given and there are some really cool tricks that you can find which will make your task easier. Let's talk about writing. If I tell you about the writing task 1, in the writing task 1 you should consider all the type of graphs and the charts, because previously we've seen that the process chart and stuff like that that was coming consistently, but this time you should consider all the type of graphs. And I'm not pointing to the one direction. I mean, it could be a bar graph, it could be the line graph, or it could be a pie chart. So you should consider all of them. For the writing task 2, focus on the role of technology, how it is evolving, how it is making life difficult for the people. And think, when it comes to the technology, you must think about very controversial topics, right? The topics that you can sort of agree but disagree. And the one question type that you must focus is to what extent you agree or disagree with this statement. Because in this statement, you have a room to talk about both of the point of views. You can talk about to what extent you agreeing, and then you also give the points to them, the points that you disagree with. So there's a lot of room. And this question type, it seems tricky, but it gives you a lot of room to talk about so many different ideas. So don't get overwhelmed and try to focus on such topics when it comes to technology. Lastly, let's talk about speaking. And I know speaking seems very difficult, but it's not that difficult. And if you get comfortable and if you are comfortable in speaking with your friends and family, then this is going to be very easy. And if you haven't been getting feedback on your speaking from any teacher, then you should, because it's very important. In speaking, you should always speak to someone and get feedback, because that's the only way you can gauge your performance. If we talk about the cue card topic, you should focus on the sports. What kind of sports you can play indoors, what kind of sports you like playing outdoors, or maybe are you a sport person or not. So any kind of topics that are related to sports should be considered. Another good topic is about your childhood. What kind of memories you have from your childhood. Did you have some good memories? Or the examiner could ask you about explaining about the details on your happiest memories, or maybe the saddest memories, or stuff like that. So these are some of the tips, or I would say some of the guesses that I have for the 19th January test. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you good luck for your test.